Iced Ice, and today I will be showing you a little bit of tips and tricks just to make your bow a little bit better. So when you play with them, you know where to be, how to shoot, and how to use them at the best potential possible. Let's hop into it. Now, first off, we obviously know that bow is a main utility brawler. So I will be jumping to a quick friendly game here, and the best areas that bow has. He's all around a pretty good brawler. He can be played on most of the maps. He's decent at Siege, okay in Brawl Ball, to decent. Bounty is a good area to have him in. Heist is decent. He's really good in Duo Showdown, and Gem Grab he's great at too. I say his best areas are on super bush covered maps like Snake Prairie, where there's basically only bush, and most of the time you'd want to use his star power, Snare Bear. Now what this does is it stuns an enemy, and it's a lot, more versatile than actually using the Circling Eagle because of its old nerfs. The Snare Bear 9 out of 10 times is going to be better, but you want to use the Circling Eagle on this map for the amount of visual control that you can see. If you look at Bow's stats, he's mainly a utility brawler. So what it means is he is mostly used because of his gadget and his super. So that means he helps other brawlers. So in this specific map, because this is probably his best map, the first thing you'd want to do is when you reach this box here, you'd want to place your totem, thus allowing you to charge a super. This brought Bow into the professional level of meta. Next, depending on what side you'd spawn on, you'd have to control a certain area. So in my case, I'd want to control the left, because as you can see, there is one hallway possible to walk through, right here. If the bow mines go off, they break open the bushes here. That making so nobody can actually enter this way. Now that the bushes are separated, I can place some here too to make it even close more. This means that once we get a lead, if we can, it allows us to just sit back in the back of the map and we control most of the game. So as you can see, there's a bow over here, and I'm going to take him out. And so the main thing that you want to play with bow is you want to stay near another brawler so they can have the same visual distance as you can. This is the most helpful thing you can do for another character. And as you can see, the bow mine placed here, meaning that the next person that walks by here to try to sneak here will trigger them, and then thus opening the map where we have control. Now the fact that we're winning, this allows us to just sit more defensively in the back, and they have to push aggressive. Playing aggressive is nice and all, but it's not the best way to go, because most of the time in Bounty, you want to stay alive more than get kills. So, in this matter, I might die, but you always want to make sure that you're near somebody so you have the same viewing distance as them. Always make sure that you're placing in a mine at a certain area where it controls the map. And also, there's another thing about bow. So I'm going to hop into a real game now. And I'd say I'll go with Brawler for this one, because if you look at the map, there's a lot of hallways, more like corridors that they have to walk through. That's where Bow shines the most, where he can control certain areas. This allows him to have his maximum usage. So I'm going to hop right in here, and there's some interesting things about Bow. Bow does a decent amount of damage. He does splash damage, that makes him even better. And he has a specific shooting pattern. So if you notice, if I go over here and I strafe right, the bow shots will spread out. If I strafe left, the bow shots go in a straight line. This is a great way to know if you want to hit all three of your shots, or if you want to spread them out to check a bush. So I'd suggest always staying near Bo is best at left side, left lane, because this allows him to cover more area because you have to move right or inward to the map. Left lane also allows him to hide his gadget easier than putting it right in the middle. And yeah, I don't know if we'll win this game because randoms are the best. Throw that over there. Ooh, that was a close one. But so right around now, Brawl Ball is more of an interesting thing to go with Bo, because you have to decide whether or not you want to use your mines as defense or offense. So I'm going to close down this lane right here. That means they have to trigger the mines in order to walk by. So it's either they're trying to trigger the mines, or they try to juke your shots, because nobody can really do both at the same time. And yeah, that's pretty much the rundown on Bo. So after I destroy these kids, I'm just gonna throw that over there. Oh, that was a missed trick shot, but I don't know. That was a sad trick shot, but still. Bo controls so much area, and he's brought back into the meta because of the gadget. So, as you can see, I'm strafing left to make a straight line of shots. This way you can hit maximum damage as Bo. And then since there's multiple people, now I can strafe right to do spread out damage to people. This looks like a score for sure. So hopefully I can actually clutch up and, you know, win the game, but it's a lot harder to talk or commentate and play at the same time. Oh, another thing that you want to play with any brawler that you're playing is matchup. So whenever you're playing and you see your opponents and you see what lane they're going to take, you want to match it so you counter comp it. So Bo is best against people that do not high DPS and are at a decent range. So Bo keeps distance with a lot of people. Like Shelly here, Daryl even, because you can use your super to control areas. His weaknesses, I'd say, were throwers that have walls with them. Because with a thrower that has a wall, they can greatly control you more than your mines actually can. Because if they're camping behind a wall, they don't have to move in order to actually shoot you. So walls are number one, or throwers are number one to watch out against. So you don't want to go into a matchup with throwers. And another one is people that have like, or people like Penny, because Penny counter comps because of the mortar. And yeah, that pretty much covers it. And hopefully if you put some of these tips and tricks to the test, it will improve your bow by a little. And yeah, I'm hoping to do more of these rundowns on brawlers. If you enjoyed it, please tell me in the comments, like, subscribe, and have a wonderful rest of your day.